So we should be set to go pretty soon. Just gotta go ahead and just adjust a few things. Anyway, greetings everybody, and welcome to this edition of ROM Hack Saturday. This time we're taking on Mega Man X3 Zero Project. And let's just go ahead and record this. Anyway, this is a ROM hack of Mega Man X3 that's a little bit more rebalanced. It lets you play as Zero, that's the important part. And it's also, they also do have a few new additions to it. But then, I don't really think you guys need to see the intro just because everything's pretty much the same already. But either way, I'm just going to take this time to turn on the lights, so I'll be back in a second. And I am also toying with a new layout, so I don't know, I could use some feedback on how that goes. Anyway, people revolted. X and Zero take him out. I think you guys know the story by now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change the settings on my camera. Let me just cut down the brightness a little bit. Anyway, yeah, that's the story. Doppler and co-revolt. Go kill them. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. So everything pretty much starts as yeah. Everything starts out the exact same. You just have X and Zero show up and then start blasting stuff. So that's always good. But either way, the things that kind of drag on about this game, they kind of fix too. Like for one thing, if you go here, that screen is a lot faster. So I just gotta adjust the position on my controller here. Anyway, X plays pretty much the exact same. And see, the difference here is that the levels are the exact same. So there's really not a whole lot that's different about the levels per se, but it's more that the gameplay is just rebalanced. So we just get to watch X get taken out by this guy. Kinda forgot who that dude was anyway. Very forgettable character who ends up taking down X for some reason. Although you do have to wonder, I think he really should have been in other games, or wherever this Mac guy was. Anyway. Let's see, with Zero, his life bar is a lot shorter, but you can actually pick up heart tanks with Zero, which is a lot better in this game because the main difference between this game and the original game is that you can't really do much of anything with Zero. Which was really a big bummer with that game because, you know, Zero was there, but at the end of the day, you could have played the whole game without him and nobody would have, and wouldn't have missed a thing. So now it's time to kick this guy's butt. Just get hit once and then we're done. And I did do a Let's Play of this way back in 2013. Let's see, I think out of the Mega Man ones, that one was probably my best one. So I think I might adjust the volume a little bit more after this. And then some of the weapons do a little bit less damage. And then you obviously do take a lot less damage in this game from bosses compared to the original game. And unfortunately with ZSNES I have to escape to get out of it, or press escape to get out every time. And the dialogue's a little bit faster, so that's always good. And the passwords, I think, are completely different in this game. And then, I don't really know what this thing was about in the original game, but if you switch, you can play as 0. Which is actually a pretty neat touch that they let you start off as 0, instead of just having a switch. I'm just trying to get through this as fast as I can, so I'm going Tunnel Rhino first. Not necessarily trying to brute force my way through things, but just trying to get through it in a reasonable pace. Even though, yeah, I'll probably just show off the bosses, or the boss names after this. Although it was pretty interesting in the PlayStation version that they had these little fancy smancy FMV cutscenes. So just gotta get through this part, and just like before, you can dash and you can do all that fun stuff. And then once we get to a Blizzard Buffalo stage, we can get the double jump. So that's a nice little feature that they have. And then unfortunately, this game does have probably the most forgettable soundtrack out of the SNES games, at least. Because I kind of felt like, well then again, X8 probably has the worst soundtrack out of all of them in my eyes. Yeah, well, just not gonna bother. That's because I really don't think the overly metally feel to the music just works in that game. Or it doesn't really work. Although the good thing is that you can also, or if you're 0, you can die and you don't lose them for the whole game. And at least you can get lives and heart tanks and sub tanks and Dr. Light capsules and whatnot as 0. Anyway, we gotta fight this guy. Even though I do like the SGB nickname for him as Ding Dong. Which is still, even though that might have been one of the worst LPs of this game. That was actually one that made me laugh. Even though the LP itself was a complete disaster. It was just actually just really funny to hear their dynamic. Or just Johnny and Matt's dynamic. And it does pay to have full energy now, because at least we can fill up our sub tank. Just go ahead and retreat. Don't want to get hit by that thing. And also, the more you charge your weapon, or just the bigger that blast from those crabs are gonna be. Also realize that those things are called wall cancer, just because they're crabs and they ride on walls. And then you realize you're at stage 4 of wall cancer. Anyway, things are a little bit different here. Bosses don't have the big invincibility frames they had before. So you could at least pour some damage on early. So let's just go ahead and just take him down. So that was no big deal. So the game's also rebalanced in that enemies don't hit nearly as hard as they do in the original game. Or it's actually more like corresponding to whatever their power and speed ratings were at the end of the game. So people like Volt Catfish and Blizzard Buffalo are gonna hit a lot harder compared to like Neon Tiger or Blast Hornet or anybody like that. So we got ourselves a Tornado Fang, so that's always good. So now we got Blizzard Buffalo to go. And I'm taking the pretty much the same route as I do before with or as I did in my LP of this game, just trying to minimize backtracking. Also in the PlayStation version, they had those fancy schmancy cutscenes, and then they just called them Blizzard Buffalo because it's also funny that they left that in the X collection, which probably goes to show you what a rush job that collection was. But anyway. Let's just go ahead and drill this thing. And then we're just gonna go ahead and just keep up with this. And also it feels like the ice is a little bit more severe in this, or in this hack compared to other ones. I don't know why. It just feels that way. That worked out. Okay, game, you're not gonna let me jump up there. I kinda squandered that one. And that one too. And then those only open up once you activate Bit and Bite. And Bit shows up after you beat 2 bosses, and then Bite shows up, I think, after you beat 5. So not a whole lot that you gotta worry about. So either way, one thing I forgot to show off in my LP was this. And that only happens after you beat 2 Mavericks, and then that's one place where you do have the option to fight Vile. And also the Z-Saber's a little bit shorter swing, so getting used to the timing's a little bit trickier. I got that on my first try. So the dialogue's a little bit different with Dr. Light whenever Zero shows up. And then instead of having an up dash, they actually let you double jump here. So it's pretty cool that we do get the double jump right away. And just like so. Except it doesn't work if you're already dashing. I'm just gonna go back and then you get out of here. And then of course respawning, because why not? At least this game, well actually out of these games, this one's not really as reasonable as respawning. And at least this is no Fester's Quest when it comes to stupid respawning. Yeah, still kind of salty about the way the last few streams have been going. End up like beating one boss and then just making no progress over like 2 or 3 streams. Come and get me. Yeah, so I kind of want to keep him on screen on me. Just so whenever he tries doing that. I was kind of waiting for that. And unfortunately, I can't really hit him off screen, can I? Wait for it. And there is actually a glitch you can do with him that if you try and dash up into the air when or with X, you'll just charge into the same wall over and over again. And then that's one really easy way to beat him. So we got about 2 bosses down, and then let's see, who did I go for next? I think it was either Blast Hornet or Neon Tiger. I'm thinking it was Blast Hornet actually, because I wanted to get right armor. Alright, let's see if they're okay, so the dialogue's a little bit different. And then I'm actually gonna see what happens if you end up leaving Zero alive, or leaving or if you end up killing those guys. But I think you get the same thing if you end up killing although instead of Mysterious Maverick it just says question mark. That's a nice little touch. Who could that be? So either way, Bit, Bite, and Vile are now in place, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a save state here and then experiment with different things. So up next, Blast Hornet. Oh, whoops, forgot to show it off. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, so now we get the better... Let's give these guys some justice, should we? And just like before, I am going for the Hyper Chip, which I think is a little bit different with Zero. And then right armor's up there, but we're not going to use it yet. And I'll take that. Let's get to work here. Okay, this one's a hologram, the next one should be Bit. Let's just wait for this one. Guess we got a lot, or got through that one pretty quickly. Although, personally, I actually find Blast Hornet's theme to be pretty decent. Not nearly as good as the PlayStation or the, what's the other one, the PC version. But either way, here's why you needed Tunnel Rhino stuff. So we could do that. And we could do this. Also a nice animation they got here. So then, after that, all this stuff stays. And then those are the boxes from Gravity Beetle stage. So we just go ahead and smash stuff. Because smashing stuff is always fun. So I'll just go ahead and keep up with this. Keep up with this. So let's see, I think, yeah, I gotta never remember how many of these there are. So let's just go ahead and get going. Just gotta go ahead and check the volume again. Yeah, so either way, that's what we are dealing with. So I think what I can do with Bit is just wear him down with the Z-Buster. Yeah, there we are. So, nothing much changed. So, just keep working here. Yeah, so this guy's not that hard, you just gotta, not get suckered into, chasing him around. And that's the end of you. Yeah, so you can beat him with a Frost Shield and then you end up wiping him out for good. Even though I still did not have a good fight against him. You know what, I forgot that heart tank, didn't I? Oh, damn. So much for that. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and die on purpose then. That's like, wait, I didn't forget that heart tank. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't really know. What is what today? But I was planning on getting through this whole game with 0. Let's see, we got I think with Blast Hornet, his weakness is the gravity, so we're just gonna try and do this with a Z-Buster. See how it goes. And then just try and turn him that way. And where's that spy attack? so it turns out, maybe trying to hit him from there isn't really the best idea. And unfortunately, I already ended up dying only, what was it, 2 bosses in? I really don't need you running into me like that. And just like that. A little bit better this time, not that much better, but still worked out. Let's see, so I think I have to get the Race Splasher next. So anyway, we got the parasitic bomb, so life is good. And then we do have the option to go back in the Blizzard Buffalo stage and then get all that stuff. Or we could do it on the way to Volt Cap at this stage. But then fortunately there are plenty of good power-ups at Neon Tiger stage. Oh, that is odd. Okay, I was waiting for those guys. Okay, killed my ride by accident. Still despise the placement of this enemy. Except he's gonna respawn now. And then let's just get that. So that was simple enough. I will kill my right again. So what is this dude's deal? So that was kind of annoying. It's a really inconveniently placed dragonfly. Even though the enemy placement in this game is kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie. And let's just go ahead and drill. So now we got ourselves the X-Buster power up. I don't know if this applies to Zero or not. But we'll wait and see. I'm not doing this, by the way. So let's see, I think this should be, yeah, that should be the centipede. Got mines in the face. Although, speaking of which, was this supposed to be a magnet mine or something? Yeah, that thing was a lot less dangerous than I remember it being. Probably because you could barely hurt that thing as X. I'll take that. Also, this song was pretty similar to My Michelle by Guns N' Roses. Alright, song. I think there are better ones out there, though. Well, let's go ahead and bust stuff with the right armor, because we can. And then let's go ahead and be aware of these spikes. That's because they can be annoying, and these also floor munching type of enemies do take a lot of hits to kill. So we kinda don't want to leave them hanging around. Do remember this being a little bit tricky. So I think I got 3 sub-tanks now. So we got something to work with. Missed him. Although Zero's sprite's a little bit bigger. So I can't just stay under those like I used to. That thing moves. Interesting. Though slightly a little bit more annoying. Go ahead and do your thing. And somehow I ended up pulling that one off. Even though I will say with or especially with a Zero sprite being bigger, I can't really duck under that first shot like I used to. So that is something to make note of during the boss rush. Of course, I am going to be using weaknesses during the boss rush, so it's not like that's going to matter. So I think we'll go after Gravity Beetle next. And then I think I'm going to have to start making decisions. And that key decision being whether or not I leave Bite alive or not. Because I already do have his weakness. And that's Tunnel Rhino's weapon. Okay, let's not try it that way, shall we? You guys are annoying. And now let's just go ahead and take that. Oh, we are starting to fill out nicely. And I am gonna have to backtrack to Tunnel Rhino stage as soon as I beat full Catfish. And then anybody here? Nope. So then we should be able to get the froggy armor here. We got F. So then, interesting thing about these things is that when you shoot them at different angles, you get different results. So we want to shoot them when they're more like straight ahead. And I'll take that. And I think if you wait here, you can, actually, never mind, I guess not. Yeah, I thought you could have gotten forced into a fight or bit fight, but, yeah, probably not. Even though we are going to get the Hawk pretty soon, and going to be pretty pleased about that. Smack, smack, and smack. Well, that was always a weird animation to me. Work and smack. Also, this is where the arm chip is, so I just want to kind of see what Dr. Light's dialogue is. I don't think it should be that different. I should have save stated there. More of a time saver. Oh, okay, it's not that different. Never mind then. Oh crap. Don't want that hitting me. And then unfortunately it did. So I'm just gonna see what I can do with the Z-Buster. If I end up getting in trouble, I'm just gonna switch to Ray Splasher. Kinda just because I want to beat this guy legit. Are your Heracross involved? Mostly because these things always did a ton of damage in the Ridge game. Yeah, so he should be getting to that big No, he didn't even do his big black hole yet. That was weird. Oh, well, I ain't complaining. Cause I think it was a Volt Catfish is probably gonna be the hardest one to buster. So we got ourselves the Gravity Well, and that's always good. So now we can be forced into the Vile fight and the Bite fight. And Volt Catfish. Also, fun fact, turns out Otto shows up in the FMV cutscene for him. That's not what I wanted to do. Oops. So let's get to it. So fortunately I am going through this game at a pretty decent rate. And also no power, so no use of the elevator for me. And random shrapnel, because why not? Let's get that done, and you're out of here. So we got two options here. We can either leave Vile alive or just kill him with the Ray Splasher. So let's see what we do. First time I am gonna kill him. Oh, whoops, forgot the dialogue. Yeah, you blew up and tried to take him with you. Also, you can do the step back counter, except don't actually get hit. And no right armor for you. Although this might be a little bit easier or harder, I'm not really sure with the I missed it. Or with the saber. Or at least with a double jump, it's definitely a little easier once you figure out the timing. So that said, let's just go ahead and finish him off. So X8 then. So at least the what is it? The dialogue is the same pretty much. Although at least it is coming along when it comes to the hard tank. But now we gotta get moving. Do that. And let's take that while we're here. I want this. And this. You get out of my face, you get out of my face. You also get out of my face. This is actually faster than riding the elevator. Get moving amidst the slowdown. That was more than enough time to spare. So that said, let's just get back to it. And also, if you try going back down there, you can't. So that's always cool. Just wait for that one. I might as well just start using different weapons while we're here. Okay, that was a stupid idea. And then let's just go ahead and keep it up. Not with the stupid ideas, I mean. So now, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. I want to live. And almost died on that one. Yeah, that'd be pretty fitting, wouldn't it? So either way, let's see, I just gotta go up here and then we gotta make our way off to the left this time. So let's just get this up. I do like that they have a similar animation compared to X, compared to 0. Also, I guess you don't get a shield this time. Although that shield was always pretty weird to me anyway. So then let's just keep it up with this. So once again, decision time. I do have the option to kill Bite here. So that's why we're putting up this save state, just so I can at least show off what looks different. Well, you said you needed some info on me. And then I don't really think I had to change much with this guy because, you know, it all seems pretty similar. And then he's as predictable as always. Although his dialogue's a little bit different. Or instead of how can this ancient machine or how can this much power can be generated? Or something weird like that. Yeah, who really cares? Forgettable guy meets forgettable end. Although at least we're getting our weapons back, so that's always good. And let's just take that. Don't want to have a pro-Jared situation where we end up choosing the frog and then like slowly hopping our way past everything. Or was this part when he ends up getting stuck? I don't know why, but that part always made me laugh. Then again, he is playing Rescue Rangers now. Although that is one I definitely do, or I should play at some point. It is a good game co-op too. It was actually one of the first games to have that. Or at least the first NES ones. And then there was also Contra. As in, like, both characters at the same time is what I meant. So then, just making my way to the end of the stage here. Either way, it should be... Yeah, here he is. See, his weakness is the Tornado Fang, but I'm gonna see what I can do with the Z-Buster first. This guy is the fat fish. That is annoying. Yeah, so now that's why he starts doing this super annoying thing. Should be doing that soon. Yeah, especially having less invincibility frames on the bosses definitely makes things a lot easier. So I think that was one of the reasons that the bosses were as hard as they were, besides them doing way too much damage, is that they just took way too long to recover between hits. And now we got ourselves a Trite Thunder. This is actually one of my favorite weapons. I mean, not just in X3, but actually the whole series. Hey, Ghosty and 6, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I hope everything's going well for you today. Yeah, I'm just playing some Mega Man X3 Project Zero as part of ROM Hack Saturday. So let's see, I was trying to catch up on some of your stuff. I think you're still on X2. I take it. I just don't really remember. Things are going alright with me. So I'll just punch this and then take this. And then also this should be a decent preview with for what you have to deal with the next 3. Even though I did find X2 to be pretty good all around. It's just not as good as the first one, really. And we're just going around. Okay, so this is a USB SNES controller. I know I've seen those before with like the NES controllers. Oh yeah, I could see that being an issue. So I know before I had to do the same thing with at least when I was playing through the X games for the summer of 2013. Just because the way I hold the controller, I kind of had to use my index finger to dash. And then that can just cause problems. So either way, we got ourselves a helmet now. And the good thing about the helmet is when you go to the boss select screen, it does show you what you have and what you missed. So that's always good. No, it's not going to demonstrate it. So let's see, go to okay, so you just got there, but then left before you picked anything up. Or actually, left before you went in the capsule then. So let's see, and then I do got to deal with snips after this. Although I still call him Snips just because the way he looks. Oh, this is actually the third aquatic maverick we had to deal with. So first thing I gotta do is let's do that. And then let's get the Tried Thunder up, not now Avast. Trying to get me to buy more stuff. But now we got ourselves a Hawk armor. And it just had to give me a bit. Yeah, I gotta renew that anyway once I get a decent enough paycheck. And the good thing about the Hawk armor is you can fly a little bit with it. So let's go ahead and show that sucker off. And then we can just shoot missiles at guys, because that's always fun. I have no idea where that dude came from, but okay. And I'll take this. And that's almost every heart tank in the game. So we just gotta do one more and then... also, fun fact, this is where the chip is. And I'm not gonna argue with you on that one bit. But then unfortunately it's kinda short-lived. Also, if you do end up going down here, you can find Vile here, if necessary. But then we already took care of him that way. I'm kind of guessing they didn't want to make that game a little bit too game-breaking with the right armors. So I think if you ask me, this game actually probably utilizes right armors the best. Because they actually give you like customizable ones. Let's do that, and then let's open this bad boy up. I just gotta remember where the spikes are. Alright, so at least we got through that. And then let's go ahead and turn this ship upside down. Although that's a decent use of I guess stage design, where they let you do that. Just go ahead and get this guy out. Don't think I want to leave this guy hanging out. Although, speaking of which, I am seeing Game Grumps play it now. Although, if you ask me, I think the temples in Majora's Mask were pretty good too. So either way, with Snips, we have to be aware of his giant claw. That's because that's something he's got going for him. And then he can also grab you if you're not careful. I missed it. Of course, decides to use his... Let's just go after him. Keep this up and we get your own pair of Snips. Although he's no citizen Snips. That guy's a little bit more dangerous. I just always call him that just because of his big claws. But either way, that's it for Crushed Crawfish. And the spinning blade's probably the most powerful weapon in the game. Or at least it does the most damage to enemies, I find. So, one more guy to go. And that's good old Toxic Seahorse. Although this is actually a pretty interesting stage. Even if it is sewers, they actually do a lot with it. And those guys are annoying. Actually, wait, I want this. Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. This is definitely an odd name. But I'm just showing off the spinning blade. Although that is one thing I do like about the parasitic bomb, it does take out groups of enemies pretty handily. And then some of them, they just leave them up there to die. So you can take this guy out. Thank you, and thank you. Although I have to wonder, is Zero's health a little bit bigger than X's now? I don't know, I'm gonna have to check that. So let's see, this next part's gonna happen in the water, so this is a good time to show off the frog. Okay, so that is a little bit bigger than the normal health bar. Oh, you just had to go ahead and get in the water. Although I do like the homing missiles that the frog armor offers. And then, see, all we're doing here is just making it across. And then also, if we didn't have the frog armor on, this turbine actually would be pushing us away. So then we couldn't really do much of anything with that. Okay, you want to kill the right thing. And then if you go up here, you do get the, I think this was a leg chip. Except we're actually going to go against this because I do want to get the, I don't know, the actual big enhancement later on. And yeah, fortunately we can jump on water. Even though there are bugs that can do that too, or that can swim across it. But now we got the kangaroo ride armor, which is actually pretty nifty too. Because that one does a ton of damage. So now we get to beat up this guy. Also, we are going to be fighting a bigger version of this thing. Unfortunately, with a Z-Saber, this thing goes down pretty quickly. Otherwise, it really wasn't that big a deal anyway. Let's see, 708. And let's just wait for the water to drain. So let's see, I think, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to show off at the end except for, just like different dialogue. And maybe different bosses, but I kinda don't want anybody getting killed on me. So let's just go ahead and fight this thing. It is actually a lot. This is actually probably the easiest one if you do have the weakness. And just to give you a heads up, Steve, this is one game that the bosses are way too hard without their weakness, but way too easy with them. So that's just something to know. A little bit too tall for that one. Now just die already. Yeah, this is a pretty strange boss, not gonna lie. So that said, that's the acid burst. That's his next weapon. Oh, I do like how they had to have wireframe for that. Oh, it is? Pretty sure I've done it before. Anyway, you get some good dialogue here. And this is really one of the few times Dr. Kane actually contributes to stuff. And then maybe X2. Well, yeah, at least Sin makes something pretty similar for himself. Yeah, he kind of is. So, I mean, the whole backstory is that Dr. Kane was the one who discovered X. You know, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I'll just get this up. Let's just hope I'm not too tall for this. So one time it's not okay to be too tall to ride something. This is definitely a lot easier with a double jump. Let's just get going. I don't know how this goes with X here. Maybe they just switch sprites. He kinda does. He gets a, or you can air dash upwards if you hold up. But then you kinda have to use it like a double jump. Yeah, this is actually the only game that did that. But I'm guessing because it was kind of difficult to program, so that's why they didn't do it after that. Let's just go ahead and reset this guy. So at least we're at full power, so now we can get the special upgrade in this stage. And smashy smashy. And then if we slide down here, we end up getting the Dr. Light. But now we get Black Zero, which is pretty awesome. So I can dash and double jump. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so now we got everything covered. And then let's just go ahead and finish this stage. Also, if you do end up leaving either Bit or Bite alive, the boss is actually down here, which is actually a decent touch if you ask me. Of course, we gotta deal with this stupid thing. If you ask me, this boss is a lot more annoying than it is hard. Think of stuff like that. And also lots of slowdown. Missed it. Do this. This guy is a little bit more tedious than I anticipated him being. Do that. Calm down. I don't know if this thing is... Okay, yeah, this thing does take damage like that. So either way, that was kind of a trash compactor thing. So not that big a deal. So let's see, I had to wait and see like how different this is compared to the regular game. And also, if you killed Vile, these guys end up getting this snazzy upgrade. go. Now in the other game, if you left Vile alive, this guy, you actually do want to use the Hawk armor, but since it's all gonna be underwater, I gotta use a frog. This is definitely a lot different. Although if you want to go ahead and hit the right enemy, that would be great. And then I gotta see if this is something different, because in the original game, So you know what, I'm gonna try something now. So it says be careful up ahead, so I'm guessing I kinda want X to fight this thing. Yeah, so this thing really isn't that big a deal. It just attacks differently depending on the color. Oh, that was a nifty effect. Because this is actually the one boss that you can fight as Zero in the original game. But then it lands on Zero and explodes. So then Zero does end up giving X as a Z-Saber. Although I am curious, what happens if you fight that thing as a Zero instead? I don't want this. Yeah, might as well just get whatever I can with it. Or annoying enemies. Get out of here. You also get out of here. Yeah, okay, so now I gotta deal with this part. I gotta ride the snails. I don't know, what's the joke with a snail-paced gameplay? Yeah, I can kinda agree with you on that one. Just cause, like, especially those purple things in the first game. As far as, they are probably one of the most annoying enemies in the entire series. Even though these flying missile things are actually pretty close too. And then we just gotta keep going here. We are actually gonna stay on this one. Just so we can just crack these guys open. And then let's just make our way up. And then also, if you stand still for long enough, the energy chip does give you your health back. So that's always good to know. And also the way you get it is that you have to have everything. That includes the ride armor. And have none of the chips. And then let's see, beat all the Mavericks. And then be at full health when you're there. So because we killed Bile, we get to fight something a little bit different. Although that thing looks a lot like Aghanim's shot. So usually when I'm playing this with X, I usually kill that thing before it even gets a chance to put up a fight. So that's done. So now, with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and see what happens here. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so this is what happens when you fight this particular boss with Zero. So then if you charge it up the whole way with X, you can do this. And that's actually really useful for crushing bosses. But anyway, back to the purpose of this game, which was playing it as Zero. And that's why I put up all these save states, just for so-called alternate endings. And for this boss rush, I do plan on using all the weaknesses, just to show them off. Although this was always a weird weapon, just because kind of acts like the gravity hold in Mega Man 5. Also, this game really does slow down whenever there are too many things going on. And then just trying to minimize the amount of time this takes back, or to come back. So then, fortunately, he gets crushed by gravity, or something like that. I don't really know. And that we can agree upon. So let's see, Buffalo. Oh god, this guy's... That was kind of fierce, not gonna lie, Buffalo. So that was simple enough. And then recharging using the fast forward button. So this should be catfish, so let's just go ahead and use some drills. Because that makes sense. Although it is kind of weird that the weapons run out a little bit faster. Okay, well at least I got that one off. And then we'll wait for that, so we can do this. And then this thing's more of a stun lock weapon than its actual weakness, when you look at the damage done. And I ran out. you really have to do this now. Now just get out of here. So let's see, who's this time? So I'm kind of thinking I want to just get rid of some of his health with the other weapons. And then fortunately Heracross isn't that big a deal. Yeah, because that's what we want to do. And then just keep working this way. And then that's really the easy way to go about doing this. So let's see, who's next? And this guy's a little bit easier. I'll let you miss like that. Okay, I thought I hit him, but okay. Maybe I'm getting kind of rusty with this weapon. Yeah, because what I was supposed to do was I was supposed to, just let him jump into it. Now just get out of here already. So that's kind of the way I go about doing this, even though that's kind of been my catchphrase so far in this boss rush. And then this guy is simple enough with the Z-Buster, but we'll just go ahead and acid him. And then this is one of those charge back and forth bosses, except when he throws the occasional change up. And then likes to feint you. I missed it. And let's just wait for this guy. Easy enough. So let's see, we got Crawfish and Tiger left. And that should be easy enough, I hope. And then, let's see, with this part, I'm just trying to get through it quick, hence the term boss rush. So we gotta do that, and then we just gotta take care of Tiger next. And then shove some plates in your face. And this guy also gave me a lot of problems later on. Or at least earlier in the game, this dude did give me problems. Just take the shot and then just go. Annoying, and had to deal with it that way. So either way, now that we're done with that, we just got one little short corridor to go through. And then of course it has to be guarded by lasers because why not? No, I'm surprised I got through that one. And then I am curious as to how I'm supposed to do this with the up-close Z-Saber. Although that is kind of surprising that he actually remembers that he was once a Maverick, because I think Sigma had to remind him in X4. Spoiler warning. But you still know when you get there. So how does this work? See, is that what I'm supposed to do then? Now we got some of it back. Yeah, the thing with this boss is if you do end up shooting him when his or when that shield is up, then he ends up regenerating health. So we don't need to do that. So that's one reason I'm kind of standing still with him. Yeah, he got a little bit back. Probably shouldn't get too greedy with him then. Just wait for it. Yeah, well, that's like he'll show up pretty soon. So either way, now Doppler's a wreck. At least that makes a little bit more sense than the last one. But now time to finish things with him. And then this part's actually fairly simple. You have all these enemies you have to avoid. They're just more of an annoyance than anything else. They're getting shot in the face with missiles. And also with X here, at least he ends up doing some things. Although I am wondering if they, actually that would have been interesting if they made a, level with, you being able to, play the power generator part. And then if you don't work in time, Zero ends up dying, or something like that. So anyway, here's the first form of Sigma. And then what we gotta do is just stay behind those fireballs. And then not get shot by that. And there is a pattern to it, I just never bothered learning it, I just always went behind him. And then his weakness is a spinning blade, so there's that too. So let's just go ahead and spinning blade him then. So this does end up going south on me. At least I have the Z-Saber. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. That did not go the way I wanted it to. And then we got that creepy little thing. And now we gotta deal with this. So what we gotta do is we gotta aim for that little part behind his head. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty rough one. So, okay, I can't hit him from that. That is interesting to know. So get those two and then just throw that away. And that's probably the way this is gonna have to go. And then just keep avoiding these mines. That's really gonna be the annoying part. And then the giant beam, not so much. And of course that missile's always annoying. And just make sure we have it ready to use. Yeah, see, that's better when you're using all those missiles at once. That's embarrassing. Because before I have beaten this without using any sub-tanks. But of course that's what happens when you're playing a different game. A little bit different. And let's just go that way. Oh, hey Blind Man's World, good to see you. Also, welcome to the stream. There we are. Also, I hope the weekend's going well for you. Let's see, especially because I gotta go soon. So now we gotta do this annoying part where we gotta run away from Sigma. Or at least we gotta run away from Sigma virus. Well, the good news is we do get the double jump. And then I always had a hard time not getting hit by this thing. But then if we go here, we end up finishing the game. I also like how I get to run glowing green. But then fortunately we do okay, music's different. Interesting. Oh, he is right about that. Although they probably said, well, someday I'll win or something like that. Who really knows at this point? Anyway, things blew up. because that's always fun. So that's it for Mega Man X3 Project Zero. That's at least the first ending. I do have to show off some extra stuff with this game too. So I'm kind of thinking I might do that in a different stream, because I gotta go pretty soon, or go somewhere. So let's see if the, yeah, because I had to see, like, extra stuff within the game. And then that's, well, I mean, I'll still, just show off this ending. But I think the extra stuff I gotta show off is, what happens when you leave Bit and Byte alive, and then what happens when you leave Vile alive. And then, of course, the, extra ending, when you have to beat the game as just X. Actually, wait, I already did that in my Mega Man X3 Let's Play. Never mind. So either way, this was actually a pretty neat hack. It does do a lot of the things that, or fix a lot of the mistakes that X3 made. Because I do like how they do let you do whatever you want with Zero, and then you can use weapons, you can fight bosses. And then also the game's also rebalanced, so it's a little bit easier. Or at least everything makes more sense. And then I always did like this ending theme. That's because you had Zero and X running together. Who else was, but I mean, overall, this was actually a really good ROM hack. Definitely one I would recommend. Just in case you want a different experience with Mega Man X3. Because either way, with X3, it's still a decent game. It's just, like, they tried a lot of new things, but didn't necessarily do any of them that well. Just because if the, game was, I guess a little bit more clear on what you could and couldn't unlock. Because for the longest time I didn't know there were extras in this game. But I do end up showing all that off in my Let's Play of it. So then, that press disposer was a trash thing from before. But I do like that they had like different right armors, and then how you could utilize them. And then we just get all these statistics for the bosses. And then the good thing about this hack is that they do actually rebalance the damage done depending on their levels. So like running into Gravity Beetle wouldn't hurt as much as running into Volt Catfish or something like that. Although I'm wondering what RP stands for, if that's Reploid Power, compared to like Horsepower or something like that. Although I would expect Crush Crawfish to have more power, considering his first name is Crush. And then at least rhinoceroses are actually pretty fast, so there's that. So either way, yeah, as far as the other ROM hacks go, this is a pretty good one. There are some steps you do have to take to like unhead the ROM, and then just attach the patch that way. Either way, this is definitely one I would recommend. I think I might have to show that thing off in the next part. And then we get Vile. Short-lived comeback. Fortunately, Doppler isn't that big a deal. Definitely was different fighting him as Zero compared to X. So let's see, I think for the next ROM hack Saturday, I don't really know what I'm gonna go for next. But I'm thinking since, because at some point I do want to play a NBA Jam Tournament Edition 2017. Except I don't know if I want to put that for Sports Monday or Sport Ball Day or ROM Hacks Saturday. Don't really know yet. I don't know, I'll figure something out. It may or may not be Mega Man related, so I mean, that is something I'm gonna have to look at. So either way, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for commenting, and I will see you guys probably with some more NCAA basketball on Monday. Because, well yeah, that is true. But either way, I do gotta finish the job in NCAA basketball and win the national championship. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.